Hello and welcome back everyone for another session in the Underworld. Previously, the party has managed to escape death from the Demi-Lich fight, and they were rescued by none other than Richard, the Flame Skull, who has been reborn as one of Vascalore's generals. And he got himself a new name, Barbatos, the Wrathful. The party came back only to find a surprise in the crate that felt Lev have picked up. Inside of it was the animated head of his late wife that has certainly started to scream. After a few begging, Vascularo was kind enough to allow his wife to gain a new body, and they used a captured vampire baron that uh, Brodir party has managed to capture. Through some morbid ritual, Blackskull has managed to transform the decapitated body of the vampire to wife to become to become the new body for Lev's wife. And that's where we have ended this. Ah, no, one more thing. From the crate arise a creepy looking doll that has started to talk to the party. Apparently, it was an avatar of number 3 of 9 from Stolgeist, and she has delivered some threats before Vascalore's Impel destroyed the doll with his sword. And now we are back to the session. You all get separate as you go to your individual rooms and you go to sleep. Anybody's doing anything
Yeah.
particular?
Other than write the note, nothing in particular.
I do recall, Baski wrote a note, and would you slide it under the door or something?
Yeah, he would have slipped it under the door probably around like midnight.
Okay, so then, yeah, I'm gonna say that after having briefly chatted with Baski before going to bed, Bryn's gonna go to her room, gonna go like sit on her bed for a minute and find that she's not really tired despite everything that happened. She's gonna go through her bag and pull out an item that she has neglected for the past however long she's been since she left Strongmouse for this mission with Bad. She hasn't written in her diary for quite a while, so she's gonna pull it out and start writing a little bit about what she's been dealing with recently, which she's gonna have some trouble with because it's been a lot. But after writing for a little while, she's gonna then go to sleep. So this will be her first time taking note of what her life has been like since this campaign started. But yep, she, after, I don't know, writing for like a half an hour and a half, she'll plop down for 4 hours of meditation sleep. So
So I want to ask Astro, what is your priest doing?
Probably relaxing for a few hours, and I mentioned in chat, probably just lounge around, and the skeletons are doing little things for him, organizing the room. One's probably feeding him grapes, like he's an emperor. Yeah, he's just gonna take the long rest, really.
Okay. So, you know what, Bunny? You've earned it. You get inspiration.
He's gonna use that to, like, punch a skeleton or something, oh god.
So, draw a card.
Oh. I got a 3 of spades.
Okay, so that's the bonus you can add during the session. So, back to the current event. So, as you guys wanted to start fall asleep, Brynhilda is starting to have very vivid dreams. She sees flashes of memories, but not memories of her own. You see a city in the Underdark, very bright lights. You see wonders and horrors of the city. You're not really sure where it is, but it all stops when you look at a reflection in a mirror that is very resembled to you, but there is two actually big differences. Actually, make that three. You don't have horns. Your clothes are not your usually medium armor. You're wearing a priest clothing. But the biggest difference are your eyes. One eye is red, as it always used to be, but the other one is purple. And you look at a reflection that looks exactly like you. The only visible difference is the eye from the out. And the first thing that comes up in your head is mother.
And this is all in like vivid dream world, right?
Yes.
Then I'm still just along for the ride. Maybe for a moment that strange thought and this kind of like feeling will bring that like clarity, that moment of when you can see in your dream and you can actually like think for a moment. Lucidity, thank you. But it'll quickly fade. And we're back along for the dream ride.
You see the priestess is preparing for a ritual. She is tying her hair, cleaning her dress, and you see her going up the stairs. You can see that you are inside of a temple. The stones are black as obsidian, and you can hear chanting coming from a room next to you. But you just keep climbing up. And I'm gonna move you to a map. Just a second, just making sure everything is correct. Yes.
Mother.
Go to the upper right corner.
Got it.
You see it?
Yes, yes.
You come up to a chamber that you can clearly see that is a chamber of a high-ranking priestess. Everything is made of silk and silver, and you can see a very beautiful drow sitting next to a mirror, tying her ritual outfit, and you see this individual. You can clearly see that this is a high priestess of love.
Yes, indeed.
You see your mother is bowing and kneeling before this character. She, the High Priestess smiles and gestures to her to lift up her head. She compliments her on her efforts and she's telling your mother that this is a very great honor and she should be rejoiced that love has chosen her for the ceremony. You can see your mother is smiling, but make me an insight check.
17.
Even though she is smiling and she seems to be pleased, you can see that she has doubt.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
She just nod to the priestess and tell her she will not fail. The priestess, delighted from the attitude, and tell her to follow her as they are going down again the staircase. But this time they are entering the ritual room.
The one with all the
And
chanting.
yes, the one with all the enchant. And you can see this. You see dozens of drow surrounded by a very big platform. There is a very large statue of Lolth, and you can see that the backside of the statue is starting to glow with red, and the eyes themselves of the statue starts to glow. And slowly the statue starts to move. And once the high priestess has taken her place, and your mother climbing up the stage, Lolth is fully in possess the statue, and you can see all the priestess kneel before her. She, your mother is staring directly to the eyes of love, and you can see that your mother is chanting prayer. What languages do you speak, Brynhilda?
Let me check real quick. I speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
You hear your mother speaking in a language that sounds like infernal, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hint that she is speaking Abyssal,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the language of the demons. And the statue of love is telling her something. But you can clearly see that love is very satisfied,
Mm.
and your mother is starting to chant a ritual. And the drow priestess are all starting to chant simultaneously to her. All the voices combine into one beat as a portal starts to appear right next to your mother. And you can see the statue of love starts to glow with red, as if the statue Love herself is assisting with this ritual. And a portal appears, and a character, a silhouette, starting to crawl out of it. And you see this figure emerges.
Image, reveal yourself.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I have too many tabs open.
Too many tabs are indeed a problem. Just a second.
I like how you put Tarask in pets. Just a nice little touch.
Yep. Oh, I found it. Okay, just 1 second. It's downloading. Okay.
Mm. And this fellow is the one that climbed out of the portal.
Yes.
Very good.
Now, I'm gonna need you to do me an Arcana check.
Happily. 24.
You can clearly sense a very unique aura coming from this devil. It's something very unique and almost unrealistic. It is as if it should not exist. You can see this devil is channeling radiant aura and power. And Lolf smiling and cheering in victory. At last we have the promised child in our hand. And you can see your mother and this devil are like locking eyes with each other. And you can hear your mother say in Infernal, "Greetings. It is an honor to finally meet you, Vascularo." And that's when your vision ends.
Yeah, Bryn's gonna sit up like straight suddenly in bed where she somehow is normally she's just kind of like sitting and sleeping in some sort of position meditating, but like she's actually fully fallen asleep with this dream. Sits up straight and is what, what? Mother? Like looking around the dark room, dark vision illuminating it just enough to know that there's no one there. Sees a note under the door. Looks around again. Goes and picks it up. Opens it. Lights a candle. Starts reading. But yeah, Bryn's done sleeping now.
Do you want to reveal what's in the note?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and read the note. So Baski wrote a note, and it says, "From my memories, you wish to do good, yet made to work with the boss. Yet you ask for little from him. What about your clan? Don't you wish for their safety? Sorry for the continual note writing. What I'm getting at is why not ask for your clan's safety, or at least try and find a way to guarantee no harm will come to them? That's why I work for the boss. It's to get me stronger and confirm my clan will be safe. All I will write for now is I don't know if boss is reading the note from my eyes." And it's all in pretty nicely written Dwarvish. So
Okay.
she's gonna sit there reading this note that's basically saying, "Why don't you ask the boss to protect your family?" After having just had a dream that shows her that her family is not a bunch of dwarves. So she's just gonna kind of sit with that for a minute, and ponder. I'm gonna look over at the mithril armor that's kind of sitting on an armor stand in the room, and yep, just a very thoughtful moment. I'm done with my stuff right now, though.
Okay. So, when everybody wakes up, you can hear the sudden knocking of the imps, guiding you to your dining hall to have breakfast. You can only see that the three of you are the only one joining at the moment.
Little house, isn't it?
It's quiet. Too quiet.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with a lot of things. He looks at the skeletons.
The skeletons are serving beverages while snapping their fingers.
They're working the bar.
Bryn is not at all in it. Like she's summoned. She's a little later to, and as she sits there, she's kind of just blankly staring off into space while shoving food into her mouth.
Baski, too, is shoving food into his 3 mouths.
So how does that work? I'm just curious. Like he has 3 heads and only 2 hands, but he can make more limbs because he's a weird eldritch monstrosity. So does he start making weird limbs like come out of his chest to like just kind of lift up food?
I
and
mean,
shove it in?
he could.
How does he do this?
I mean, the thing is, he could do that. Just this random hand comes out of his torso, starts picking up food.
I mean, I'm figuring he can probably morph his hands into shovels and literally shovel it into his mouth.
I can do that.
Don't give me ideas to actually give the heads control over the extra body part that he grows.
I imagine just Baski, because he's the main head, can control everything.
I will say it'll be really, really cool if at some point you use your like power of making your body like change shape and you make one of your heads grow like a horn to stab someone even though they have you grappled. It would just be really funny. Oh, you have me grappled? Or do you sound like the blade starts stabbing out of you? Oh, that's cool. I'll shut up now.
I've been forgetting to roll that D100. Let me go to Grimholler real quick.
To be fair, since Jax's character, his new character, hasn't been introduced yet, him not showing up right now isn't the worst thing. I think he did say earlier that he might not even be here today.
Oh, he said he's gonna be here today.
Oh, yeah, I guess he did. He did. Okay, weird. He probably fell asleep. But
Well, anyway, we're gonna keep continuing.
Yep.
So, after you guys are done with the breakfast, you do seem to notice that Lev is not there and not his wife.
to be honest, Bryn doesn't notice. She's not very attentive right now.
Oh, okay. So, if nobody's asking any questions, then you'll
Give
just
me a
gonna...
second. I was gonna say something. Look at transformation fly real quick.
So, you guys are being escorted to the main hall of Vascularo palace. Here in the chamber, you can see Baski's prison is already prepared for him. And you can see there is a bit of tension in the air. You see Richard, also known as Barbatos, is standing at the side, very menacingly staring at Blackskull.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also see Blackskull is like tilting his head a bit like down, as if he's ashamed, while his wife is currently supporting him. And you can see Vascularo is just, staring daggers to him.
Sensing the tension. Mm-hmm.
You can hear Vascularo's voice echoing. So, Blackskull, I need to know, was this done maliciously, or was it just a tragic accident? Blackskull tell his master, I did not plan for this. I know me and that wolf boy had our issues, but if I wanted to get rid of him, I would have done it directly as I did in Brightwater.
Wait,
He
did
did,
something happen to Liv?
Cat Baski just looks at you.
and Vascularo is like lifting his head and staring at you, who just entered the room, and tell you, "Oh, welcome. I assume you will all want to know where are your friend and his wife." And you can see Vascaloris is pointing here.
Bryn's looking at Brendan and Baski and kind of flutters over to the edge and
Brendan is going to walk over and peer down. Yep. They are, in fact, dead.
wait, what happened?
Well, you see,
Where's my fourth
F-
skeleton?
He fell in the pit. He's dead.
He did.
No!
He
I
snapped
just
one
had
too
to
many times to the
spend.
left.
I just had to spend a level 3 spell slot to reassert control. He's back. Okay. I have my skelly boys.
anyway, so as you as Vascaloris starts to explain, after the ritual of, you know, decapitating the vampire and then reanimating its body so it will fit a woman's body, and then attaching the head of the late wife, we will assume that the ritual was successful, and the head and his wife did swear loyalty to me. However, there was one thing we didn't take into account. The hunger of a vampire that has been starved for like a week. Basically, the body of the Baron that was used was basically acting out of instinct, and he attacked, well, the wife unwillingly and uncontrollably killed her husband while draining his blood. It was a real sight to see, especially the part when the body started to reanimate back to a man's, while still having the head of a woman. Yeah, it
It
was
must
very
have been very
bizarre.
awkward.
Yeah, it was very awkward. I don't know what's more awkward, to die by a vampire with the head of your wife, or to die while your wife is screaming, I'm sorry," while biting you. But anyway, we weren't fast enough to rescue Lev, as he died by his wife's hand, which at this point went descend into madness after what she, well, has done. So we have decapitated her again and throw her head and the body of her late husband back to the fire pit. Lava pit.
Bryn's checking to see if there's any of his pretty nice looking gear left behind, not yet destroyed by the lava.
If you're looking for the sword, I can just give it to you.
Wait, really? She just
I mean,
flutters over. She had been very interested in it at one point, so.
yeah, you can have it. I
Sick.
think. Do I have the link for it? Looking to see if I posted the sword itself.
I saw him roll it a couple times. I know it had a special name.
Just making sure. If not, I'm just gonna repost it again.
That works. Did you turn into a 3-headed black cat?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, hi, little... Oh, wait. What?
Hello, Bryn.
Oh, Baski. Well,
Yes,
hey, you
Bryn.
little 3-headed cat.
So-
She's gonna kneel down and be like scritching between your necks. So like, you know, that spot that you probably can't get too good when you have scales because like, you know,
He
how
legit
does
turned
the
into,
3-headed anatomy work?
turned into a 3-headed cat. Oh my god.
Yep. He turned to a 3-headed cat, walked out his cell.
It's funny because you're a white dragonborn, but you're a black cat. Does that make you a gray cat? If you're trying, like, does it blend, or do you turn into a like? I just don't know how this whole thing
I
works.
turn into a cat, but I'm just keeping the 3-headed part because it's just a strange mutation. It just says a cat, but it's flavored as a black cat because it represents bad luck normally.
You make the blood plague look like a minor cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vasky would probably have an immunity to the blood plague and
You
not
do.
she is an abomination.
I think probably as an abomination you would be immune to it because it only affects like, you know, humanoids that don't have other special things.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna post the sword on the party loot,
Okay, cool.
and I'm gonna give you permission to use any art for a sword that you like to imagine yourself wielding.
That is quite a
404 page not found.
Yeah, it's giving me a 404.
Is it a public magic item that's been posted?
Perhaps.
I mean, I can just copy paste what it says.
Probably.
That would be helpful.
Yeah, that's the name. Lena, Blade of Lost Love. That's what it was.
Oh, you do see it?
No, I see the name in the link that you have, and that's the name that I remember clicked the roll to attack with it. Yeah, I never saw what the effects were, but I did see him click the roll button and it gave the name for it. Oh, skeleton stacks. Ooh, okay.
It's the thing, they aren't stacked. So I'm wondering where the heck the fourth one went.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
I'll have to write this up and add it to my list, but yeah, I'm gonna...
Confuddle.
Ooh, telepathic Bryn. That's gonna be something.
Ooh.
Ooh. Once we get a ring of mind shooting, good luck.
This item is gonna require attunement,
Mm-hmm.
and you can choose the cosmetic of the sword. I'm gonna say that once you wield it, the sword transforms in your hand.
Got it. Okay, I'll read through this and also be paying attention. So, pray, good GM, continue. Oh, thank you, Prince Vascularo.
Of
Like
course.
kind of holding it and looking at it and kind of having a sad memory that, you know, she fought alongside Liv and he's dead now. But maybe she can remember him by the sword, just like she can remember Karash by the other rapier that she just gathered up. So, rapiers for everyone.
Speaking of which, did he actually die? Because we talked about that, or was he sent back? Because that happened. Did Karash actually die or get sent back to hell?
Oh, yes and no. He did die, but he was reanimated as a lesser devil,
Yeah, sounds about right.
and he is currently at the 9 layer. And lucky for him, his first wife is there.
Okay, good. So he has another chance to come back up from Lemur.
Yep. He just gonna need a few years, to pick himself up. Lucky for him, he has the support of an advisor to Asmodeus.
Ah, yeah, that'll help. That'll help a bit.
Yeah, good thing his wife has a good job, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are currently in a predicament because Brodir has not returned yet from his mission, and you guys just lost 3 members of your party. I'm gonna need to give you at least a replacement. And he looks at Blackskull. Well, any solution? Blackskull is like scratching his head. Well, there is a project that I've been working on. I can get it ready, but I'm not really sure if we'll be able to fully control him. And Vascularo just tell him, just just show him to me, and I will decide if he's safe or not. And you see Blackskull disappeared. By the way, Baski, are you still in your cat form?
Yeah, it lasts for 2 hours.
Yeah, you see yourself get lifted by a red astral hand,
What are
and
you
you're
doing?
and you're currently at the lap of Vascularis as he's currently petting you and your 3 heads.
Why are you doing this to me?
Bryn looks up from where she is currently inspecting this, and Pearl using it as a.
Well, I just
And she's like, he's really nice to pet, isn't he?
yeah, he really is. I'm really considering making permanently like this.
Make sure to get between the 2 necks.
You pet me one more time, I'm biting your fingers.
I already
Roll
know
to
what it does because you sent it, but yeah.
roll to bite, but
Ooh.
do it with the stats of a cat.
It's a +0, so 15.
Yeah, it
Ooh.
doesn't penetrate Vascularis AC.
Yeah.
The 3 like cat heads are trying to chew
Yeah.
one of his fingers.
You
Oh
know
my God,
the
that's so
feeling
cute.
when a pet is like trying to bite you, but it's not sharp enough to penetrate the skin?
Oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that's so great.
Yeah, Vascularis is just enjoying this. Who's an angry boy? Who's an angry boy?
The thing is, I still have a breath weapon.
Use the inspiration. Get +3.
Baski looks at him. One of the heads start opening.
Baski uses rage. Baski uses what is it?
No.
Reckless attack. Baski uses inspiration. Everything to hit Vascularis as a cat.
No, the thing is, I still have my breath weapon.
That's true.
Baski looks at him. Like this stare into the eye.
Are we about to see a 3-headed cat do a radiant vomit onto a devil lord?
He's not immune to radiant damage, and he'll take damage no matter what.
It's true.
Only
Are you-
one way to find out.
Are you gonna do it?
I'm not gonna get killed over this.
Of course not. Who's a good boy? And he's like patting you behind the ear.
The very happy heads just keep saying, fuck you. Sounds about right.
That's somebody's cat, or is that a video? Yeah, it's a video.
No, it's a soundboard.
I know, I imagine it's only his main head that can actually talk. The other 2 heads are just meowing like a cat.
The other heads are enjoying this.
This is Baski's head.
Yeah, he don't like this.
These are the other heads. There you go.
My God, I'm so adopting this. Vascularis is gonna get himself a 2-headed cat just because he discovered something for himself. He loves twisted cats.
Do we call it Catburus?
Catburus.
Catburus.
Yes.
Yeah,
It should,
cat.
it should have a fire breath weapon. It doesn't
Yeah.
like someone, it just burns them.
see, Vascularo actually takes a pen, a pen, a quiver, and write on a skull. Note to self: tell Blackskull to create another of this thing.
Another of whatever this is right here.
Yes.
Ooh, that's good. That's so good. Okay.
So, after a while, you see a portal open up. And wait a second. Wait. Why can't I click it? Oh, there we go. The opens up, and Blackskull reappeared, and he's being escorted by 4 skeletons. They are currently lifting a coffin.
Someone's stealing the drip.
I mean, Blackskull used skeletons before your character ever existed.
I said someone's stealing the drip, not that he was stealing it.
You know what? Once the skeletons that are dragging the coffin are like locking eyes with your skeletons, they're
Mine
all
are gonna
simu-
shoot finger guns.
they're all simultaneously snap their fingers and nod with the agreement and continue their
Yes!
walk.
They're in a 30-foot range. I need them to.
Do I? Okay. Did my 4th skeleton actually fall in the lava pit, for the record, while we're on
No.
the skeletons? Okay, I have my 4th
That's a
skeleton.
joke.
Good to know. We got the squad. Hey.
So they are putting the coffin down. And you can see that Blackskull is like removing some dust from the coffin himself. And who here can read Celestial?
Nope.
He is not here currently.
No.
And you see, Blackskull is like really looking excited. And he tells Vascularo, you see, this is a very interesting experiment that I've been trying for a really long time to develop. You see, long time ago, before the age of the Great War, there were heroes in the land, and they were very famous at dealing with the forces of evil. One of them was a very unique one, known to be as the Undying Champion. The Undying Champion was known for all the realm from succeeding missions that were categorized as impossible, but always come back alive, unscathed. But then, one day, the Undying Champion did something that he really should have not. He basically had a romance with a married wife, a married woman, who was married to a very skilled fighter. He was very short-tempered, even though he was challenging a hero, a legend. The fighter still challenged the Undying Champion, who agreed with confidence that he will be easily dealt with. But little did he know that that fighter was very desperate. So the fighter has sought help from a very dangerous man. Some researchers and magicians not really sure if he really exists, but those who do tell the legend of a very powerful alchemist known to be called as da, second, Isatal. And Brynhilda, you can roll me history or arcana check. Actually, you know what? Anybody can roll me a history or arcana.
I got a 15 on that.
I got a natural 20.
But you
Oh,
know
wow.
what? Just
The barbarian getting this.
because I'm going to use Flash of Genius for the first time today. Because you can use it on ability checks as a reaction. So plus
Sure.
5, I get a
Go
20.
for it. So yeah, uh, guys have heard rumors and myth about that. He is known to be a very powerful archmage, basically a demigod. He is really powerful and doesn't really care about the mundane things or people because he's so far removed from normal people and daily life. He's very arrogant and condescending. But he's also very curious and dangerously intelligent. He likes to look at people as playthings and experiments, and will latch onto certain things extremely noteworthy and interesting. And this this was one of those stories. Black Skull Black Skull is pointing at the coffin. You see, the Undying Champion was a nemesis for Azatal, who was looking for a way to get rid of him discreetly. And what could be more perfect opportunity to get rid of your enemy by having a third party challenging him, and he died through that process. So the desperate fighter was seeking somebody to give him advantage, an edge to overcome this mighty foe. So uh, the mage had approached him and gave him a very unique sword.
Brynhilda, as she's like looking at the sword and listening, this is like, wait, what? Paying a
A
little more
sword.
attention.
I said he gave him a sword.
No, yeah, I go on. I'm listening.
And that sword was enchanted with a very dark magic. And the Undying Champion found his death because of that sword. However, it came with a price. Basically, the sword has corrupted the fighter and has drained him of his own soul. But he was victorious after all. He got what he wished. And as all devils know, be careful what you wish for. And you see Black Skull is kicking the upper how do you call it? The part that is removable from the coffin.
The
lid?
lid. Yeah.
Yep, he's kicking the lid off. And you suddenly see something shiny coming out of the coffin. The first thing you see is where did I put it? Just a second. Yeah, you see this sword emerges from the coffin.
Ooh.
You can see that on the blade itself there are green devilish runes And right after the blade appears, this figure shows himself. You can see that this is a creature that is of made out of metal and bones. And you can clearly see some gas, very ominous looking gas coming from his eye sockets and chest.
All right. As I see this, first thing, I'm curious as heck because I've been looking at those books that I stole from Blackskull's hideout. Does this look like something he would have made? Like dead bodies mixed with technology sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it looks like something he would make. Does the gas look poisonous or magical in nature?
Roll me Arcana check.
That is a 21.
Very magical guess, yes.
Very magical gas. Very likely poisonous. I guess I'll just, since Baski is in a safe place right now, just say to Brendan, stay away from that coffin.
I didn't plan to approach.
Oh, well, good then. But
And
Bryn's curious and actually, sneaking a little bit closer.
You can go
And
past Brendan easily.
you will see Blackskull is like gesturing towards this strange creature. Ladies and gentlemen, devil and devilesses, and my dear wife, allow me to introduce to you Lorenzo, the Death Dealer, Slayer of the Undying Champ. And you will see the creature is standing up of the coffin. And you see the four
Huh.
skeletons are kneeling in front of him. As a matter of fact, the skeletons of the cleric are also kneeling down.
Whoa!
That's concerning.
Brendan, did you do that?
No.
Ooh. She turns to the Lorenzo and is like, oh, like even more just like excited and curious now.
Baski looks at all the undead. All but one of the faces has disgust on it.
Bryn starts taking notes about the hierarchy of skeletons.
Vascularo is looking very intrigued and slowly clap, but but also making sure he's petting the cat. Yes.
Let's say once his hand moved, Baski is leaving.
Yeah. At that moment, he will automatically pick you up again. No, no, no. You stay here. That is protecting you.
Baski has like this face of hatred looking up at boss.
And Vascularo is looking very impressed at looking at Lorenzo. But you know what? I think we're gonna take a break like right here because I don't want to steal the whole introduction to his new character and see if Jax will come up.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
heck
call
yes.
him real quick.
Everybody starts to tag war Jax, and let's take 15-minute break.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Pew pew pew. No answer.
A wailing cat, I swear.
I downloaded this app yesterday because my fiance has it on her phone, and whenever she starts clicking on certain cats in the newborn category, our cats will come running because they're like, "Are there cats? We need to help them. We need to help the baby cats." They get really, really, really excited when they hear baby cat noises.
That's adorable.
Yeah, so like this one.
I should try messing with my cats with this. Both of them.
My cats would attack me for doing that. So also, note to self, I'm never turning to a cat in front of these people ever again.
Yeah, because you're gonna Baski's like this.
I'm just gonna wait till I roll like bat or spider, because then it's gonna be really, really hard to even find me.
So angry!
Baski raging as a cat, be like,
Yeah, pure anger and malice.
Oh man, I had to turn it off. I played that one and it came up with a warning pop-up that says, "Please be careful, animals may react aggressively when they hear these noises." And then you had to click I understand to get out of that little pop-up.
amazing.
It's like, hey, be careful, this stuff is good.
Your cat will want to fight you if you play that.
It's one of those things. You make aggressive animal noises make other animals aggressive.
It's true.
Literally. So you gotta be careful when you're making aggressive noises near other animals.
This is not even a link.
Just, yes, at Jax.
Just at Jax. I like that one. That one's my favorite. We're pinging him.
Nope, wrong thing.
Yeah. Yo, Jack.
Every once in a while, you're gonna have a bad.
We need to do some quality assurance here. I was considering typing that one.
Worst case scenario, Lorenzo collapses onto the ground and they're like, oh, the experiment was a failure. And next session he comes in, they're like, we had to work out a few kinks.
Yeah. Fix him up a little bit.
Just self-destructs.
I wonder if he counts as a Warforged.
If I had to guess, he is a Warforged.
Or a reborn.
He looks like, he could either be a reborn or a badass Warforged, Bone Forged type thing.
Bone Forged, I like that.
Yeah, and
I'm going to make a character that's a Bone Forged now.
Well, you do have a campaign in which there is a very crafty artificer who likes bones.
So I had an NPC who was scalified for a bit, and this dude kept threatening to take him apart to turn him into weapons.
I am a lizard folk artificer. It's my thing.
He was
bones. Give me the bones. I want to turn into bones and use the bones to make other things out of bones.
He was
I will wear your bones.
All of y'all, let's murder him.
Oh man, Bunny.
Bones are useful.
In my session, in my last session, Astro was playing his bird person archer character. And he wanted to get a bow enchanted, so he went to an enchanter. That was a fun character to play as, the Dragonborn enchanter.
Probably one of my favorite NPCs is just this tiefling bard I have, who's very much nonchalant. He's very like, Well, we could mess around with people. Be fun to why not to?
You know, during this week, last week, I finished a long-running campaign as a player, Tyranny of the Dragon,
Mhm.
and we were actually fighting Tiamat. So there is an item that basic spoilers for the campaign if anybody's ever planning to run it.
Mhm. It's
There
all good.
is a helmet that basically is a combination that represent all the 5 chromatic dragons. That basically he who wears it basically gain control over the dragons of Tiamat. So my paladin, an Oathbreaker you will, is putting the helmet on, staring directly at Tiamat, and telling her, by the end of this you will call me daddy.
Ah,
And
Yeah.
did it happen?
I took 100 psychic damage, but then I continued the fight.
Well, sometimes you just gotta take a risk,
Yeah,
take a
I
chance.
mean, totally worth it.
Hey,
Just- it's
especially if
become
you follow
immune to
through.
psychic damage when you put it on.
Ah,
I
Oh
mean,
no, he took the damage because he was wearing it and he said something like that.
yeah.
that's amazing.
If he hadn't had the mask on, if he hadn't had the helmet on, he wouldn't have taken the damage because Tiamat's feedback screech of hatred wouldn't have been blasted right into their head.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were all basically level 15. So
Oof.
yeah, I tanked that 100 psychic damage.
You were just like, ow! All right,
And I
let's
was
go
like
again.
bleeding. I was bleeding from my eyes and nose, and I was like, still worth it.
Let's do it again.
Oh man, at level 15, I could probably tank 100 damage at full health.
I could tank probably like 200.
You're a barbarian. And
So-
artificers do get a D8, yeah.
They
Yeah,
do.
they have a D8.
Yeah.
So, DM, let me know when you want to start. But I want to say one thing that was really funny earlier today when I went to bed last night to when I woke up this morning for the session. I checked my computer and I had left the window open on a DM conversation with Bro because he was asking me about a poison that he wanted his character to learn. And when I came back, there were screenshots of my desktop that had been taken by my cat and uploaded to Bro along with a bunch of nonsense things because they were apparently laying on the keyboard. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, how did they send screenshots to someone? Like,
Smart cats.
how?
Your cats are learning. They're
Yeah.
progressing.
So Bro said, your cat is
Evolve.
evolving. Yep. So just I had to throw that in. We're dealing with evolving cats today. We're dealing with evolving cats in real life. It's a multi-layered motif. That's why I'm cracking up about it. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to keep going though.
Here's the problem. I'm not really sure if I want to do this to Jax, just introduce the character, but not,
I
having
mean,
the
if you just
player
have him
present.
collapse, he is undead.
I mean, we
Yeah,
could just
I'm
say
just
he's like Silent Bob at the moment.
yeah.
He's like not
Maybe
really talking.
his voice box isn't been it needs to be worked on by Blackskull.
Yes.
Does he count? Is he a Warforged?
No, no,
Nope.
not really. No.
Okay,
Reborn.
cool. Well, he's having some vocal cord problems right now. He ain't speaking. He's having some issues. So maybe we just can't hear him. I don't know.
Hey, this is a good time, like, go shopping. You got nothing to do, might as well get some stuff prepared.
Well, anyway, let's continue with the session now. So, you see, once Blackskull introduced the character, he's like, expecting Lorenzo to talk, but Lorenzo is just like staring at everybody, and he's like pointing at his throat. And then he's like giving the gesture that nothing.
I think he's trying to say something. Everyone, shh, listen.
He just staring right back at you and like again pointing at his throat and then his mouth and then like giving the gesture that nothing.
Go on, spit it out. We're all listening.
Brynhilda, I don't think his vocal cords are working.
He seems about as vocal as the skeletons.
By the way, are you saying that in cat form?
Yes, he can talk as a cat.
No, that is hilarious.
That is pretty hilarious.
So just I imagine it's just in the main head being able to talk to you. You can only meow.
While Stig Vascularo is petting you.
Like Baski's gravelly voice coming out of this small cat. I think he's mute.
Oh, okay.
You see Lorenzo shrugging his shoulders.
That or just an asshole.
You see Lorenzo is nodding a bit. Yeah. That too.
Baski
Oh, that
laughs.
one was my cat. Hey. I'm sorry. I just heard like a really long meow and it was really faint and I was like, wait a minute. I'm so psyched out after the soundboard.
Wasn't me that time.
The cat are conspiring.
They're evolving.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, Vascularo would just like look a bit surprised. Oh, I'm mute. Well, that is certainly refreshing. Especially with this group. He's looking at Baski, who is an angry little fairy. And he's just talking to Lorenzo directly. So, I am aware of your history, and I am aware that you are currently in a predicament. So, here's my offer. Allow me to use you, and in return, you will use me. And what I mean by that, how about I will arrange for you to have your vengeance against the mage who have cursed you. You see, Lorenzo is staring at Vasculores and like giving him like a serious nod. Very good. So, if you are interested in the deal, then I'm gonna have to mark you. And you will see Vasculores is like gesturing for him to kneel. And you will see Lorenzo kneeling before Vasculores, and then the rune of Vasculores will appear at the back of the head of Lorenzo. Well, this was easier than expected, Vasculores says to Blackskull. Very good job. Let's hope it will not, well, blow up in their faces, like the last experiment you did. So anyway, I'm going to send the four of you back to the Underjars. Before you will go to your mission, I want you to track Oli and
That was
find the yes.
that was the dark elf that knows where Orcus's temple is, right?
Indeed. I want you to find him and ask him the location. I would advise that maybe you would do it nicely, because from the report that the other group has told me, he seems to be very capable. So try diplomacy if you wish. I recommend using diplomacy in this one. and not just go angrily and attack them. And he's like, and he's like catching the cheeks at Baski, and is like,
He poofs back into normal Baski when he does that.
he's still doing that.
What are you doing, boss?
Oh, why did you change back?
It looks like he's
I only
kicking your
have-
cheeks, Baski.
I only have limited time in that form.
Can we change that? He's asking Blackskull.
I mean, you can try. He's gonna take off the ring. Good luck, I guess. He jumps off boss's lap. Let me
Are
know
you-
if you can do that.
Are you legitimately giving up the item?
No, they said they're gonna modify it to see if they can make that effect last more than 2 hours. He's like, go for it. That's gonna help me too.
Sure. Vascularo is going to unchain the sword.
The sword? It's the ring.
The ring, sorry.
I'm imagining a sword that just turns someone into a cat when they attune to it.
Now you can roll d12, and between the score 1 to 5, you turn into a cat.
The rest is normal.
Yep,
Amazing.
ring has been modified. There you go.
Extra cat power.
hmm And you hear the voice of Vascularo in your head. Next time I will get you catnip.
It's cat form still.
Yes, it is.
So it lasts more than 2 hours now, correct?
Yeah, double them 3 hours.
It's now 3 hours. Amazing.
Yeah. And Vascularo is like telling the imps, get me catnip right this instant.
Alright, I'm ready to leave when you are.
And yeah, Vascularo is opening another portal. I'm assuming that the cat jumps on Brynhilda to escape Vascularo' pets.
Yes.
I think. Anyway, you all jump to the portal and you find yourself in the Underjars. And you see Lorenzo is following you like a silent guardian.
This is just like a micro druid for Baski.
So wait, are the skeletons following him, or is he following Brendan, or and this is a Brynhilda saying it to Baski, because I'm guessing that Brendan, as usual, headed through the portal very, very fast. He has a habit of diving into the portals.
I don't know nor care. I hate undeads in general.
Oh.
You see Lorenzo is like putting his hand on his chest like a bit offended.
You break the natural order.
And you see Lorenzo is like pointing at his shoulders and then pointing at yours.
Baski turns back to like gets on Brynhilda's shoulder, turns back into normal Baski. You can't speak. Yeah, that's right. You're kind of an asshole.
Wait. He's not mean just because he can't speak. Maybe he doesn't know how.
He points at Brynhilda and nods.
I don't care is the difference. Baski looks at Lorenzo. You break the natural order. You want me to spell it out for you?
I don't even
Loren-
think he had a choice in this.
Lorenzo is face palming. He's pointing like above his shoulder. He's like pointing at his neck and then his shoulders and then pointing at your shoulders
Baski
then
has no clue what you mean.
pointing at your heads.
Baski has
Like-
like no clue what he's trying to say.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for Brynhilda to see if she I understand, but I'm gonna see if Brynhilda understands.
I understand, but does Baski? No.
What intelligence checks?
I'll say with a 13 she gets it because it's not too hard to get. Baski, I think he's saying that because you have multiple heads, you also break the natural order of things.
The natural order of the hunt, having 3 heads, has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but when have you ever seen a creature that's natural with 3 heads?
Hydras.
They're not naturals.
They are draconic in nature. They are
Well,
natural
if you-
creatures. They're just
if you
kind of
have read,
terrifying.
if you
I'm
read
back.
Oh, hi,
What
Brandon.
did I miss?
So we're trying to determine whether or not Lorenzo is natural or not.
That's not what the cycle is.
Well, but you got 3 hits when you drank a potion. I got these wings when I drank a potion.
Actually,
That's
it
not
looks like
natural
he's gonna
either.
hunt Brynhilda. The order of the hunt, not the order of nature. You hunt, you get hunted, you die, you don't come back.
you see Lorenzo is like picking a scroll and then a pen and write in Undercommon. Sounds like an excuse.
Baski cannot read Undercommon.
He's doing it anyway.
I don't
And
know what that says either.
wow, you both don't know Undercommon?
Yeah. I
Uh,
speak
I
common
don't
and
believe any of us do.
Bryn
Oh.
knows one specific language of Undercommon, and it's of a gang that she helped destroy.
Wow.
So she
In an
doesn't.
under
Go
in
ahead.
Underdark campaign, nobody knows Undercommon. Oh wow.
No,
I speak
only
the
common
whole-
and dwarvish.
I'm not from around here actually, so
Yeah,
Like,
he would
two people were raised by dwarves.
he would just write in common. Sounds like an excuse
For what?
for what you just say about your heads being natural.
I've explained the order of the hunt before.
well, the prince did say that I would eventually grow in wings anyways, so
That's not what Baski's face palming. And I thought I was stupid.
in fact, Bryn, as she says that, is gonna like kind of stop, and she's been holding the sword and been like inspecting it and hasn't really. And she's just gonna like drop it out of her hands for a second and kind of like look up, and she's not being subtle either. Like peer at Vascularis and just, huh. Then realize that she dropped the sword and reach out and pick it up.
The sword was just floating.
Yeah, it seems to be floating like Vasculalo's giant greatsword.
Ah! And she just grabs it then and is. But yeah,
So you see Lorenzo is writing. So what do we do now?
Baski just goes back into cat form and walks through the portal.
all right. Well then, Bryn will also, as she's going to turn back and. What was her name?
Who are you asking, talking to?
The prince.
What's the question? Whose name? What name?
Never mind. She'll just go into the portal.
So let me understand. You look at Vascularis and just randomly ask what was her name
Yes,
with no context.
with no context.
I'm gonna have to roll insight on that to see if he gets it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not being deceitful. I'm asking a question. If he doesn't understand context, that actually tells me something. So, let me know what you roll for insight for the prince.
He rolled 17.
I would say that gets it. She was asking about the contents of her dream, context free. Doesn't probably make any sense, but based on the last thing where the mother of Brynhilda was with someone who they named Vascularo, she's assuming something about that relationship and asking him what her name was, presuming that Vascularo is the same as the one in front. So if he can connect those dots, then he might understand. But if Brynhilda's assumption is wrong, then it wouldn't make any sense even with that insight check.
He will look at you and respond, Zitana.
And she'll mutter it back while gripping the sword. Zatanna. And then just go into the portal.
So, you are at the Underjaws. What do you do?
Enchanters. You gotta pick up that armor.
I'll go with you. I want to see
So,
the end of my work.
pretty sure I said it will take like a week. How much time has passed?
About a week.
About that, maybe not fully, but about that.
Okay.
Plus, I'm not gonna use it. I'm giving it away because me and Brynhilda talked about it. It's kind of pointless once I get my deck shield.
You were originally going to give it to Livius.
But now he's dead. So, cleric friend, you want a breastplate that's enchanted?
Oh man.
Yes,
I was actually going to... Yeah, go ahead then. That sounds great.
We got a supporter healer.
So remind me again, what kind of item you wanted to create?
It was an evolving breastplate from the thing I sent you a while back. For crafting guides and stuff.
Evolving breastplate.
Can I get a link to exactly what an evolving breastplate is?
Yeah, I will.
It's an evolving magic item.
Yeah, what does the evolving do?
Basically, the evolving thing means that it scales its power level as you level up, kind of like the transformations that we're doing. So, like, right now you're between 5 and 10. So it would be like a certain level of benefit on the item, and then as you level up again and you get into the next level of transformations, your item gets stronger because it.
So,
That's the general thing for it.
It's the book I use in my campaign.
is there like
Okay.
an already established item?
No, you make your own when you attune to it, is how I understand it. As soon as you attune to it, I would think you would start getting the abilities of the actual evolving part once you're attuned.
Okay, let me just get to the page.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's broken on my Chrome. I gotta open up Opera.
Complete crafter. This was fun to look through. It gave me some ideas for stuff. Let's
Okay,
see.
so let me just count something. I mean, how much did you pay for it?
1,300.
So let's agree it's a rare item.
So it's tier 3.
Yeah, that'd be good. Dang.
Nice. Our cleric friend has a tier 3 breastplate.
Yeah, dog. That's pretty powerful. Ooh.
Tier 3, so I get 2 rare properties?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could.
Okay, let me see. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Roll me a d14, please. Twice.
A D14? Wait, it's gonna be random?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Ooh.
do it randomly.
Ooh.
Oh.
I am excited.
I would have.
I am excited.
Wait,
I
some
do
of these
remember.
don't fit. Some of them are like damage enchantments or throne properties.
No, I do remember what Baski said he was going to put on it. That would be vampiric and
Yeah.
ability score increase.
I remember those were your two things. You wanted to increase the dex, and you wanted to make it vampiric.
So whenever I hit it with a critical, I would regain at least half the damage back in HP, but I don't need that.
We already know Brendan knows how to throw hands.
So vampiric and what more?
Vampiric and ability increase.
So I get to increase an ability score to 18, and
Dex.
I
Specifically, Dex to 18.
That was
Okay.
what you had decided before, yeah, that it would make the
What's
difference.
your
Okay.
current desk, cleric?
16.
Also, it is increased.
Okay. So yeah, you get this evolving armor.
All right. Not the most useful properties to me, but at least I'm getting some AC and some dex out of it. That never hurts.
Along with if you do crit, you get half
Yeah.
the damage back as HP.
I don't make a lot of attacks, but
When you do, you can get healed from it.
I mean, can you imagine inflict wounds crit with
Or
that?
vampiric touch crit with that.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
a lot of HP.
That's like even level 1 inflict wounds is 3d10. Doubled it for the crit, 6d10. I get half of that back as HP. That's huge. And ironically fitting, seeing as I am a vampire.
Vampiric
Yeah.
enchantment for the vampire.
I'm gonna say it will have like this gothic black and crimson look that actually will fit your the cosmetic of your character.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
Yeah. Baski,
By the way-
all in cat form, changes back getting off Brynhilda's shoulders. And
By
just
the way, you also have Cloak of the Bat, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh my god, you really became a full vampire.
You really did.
Yeah.
I love it. This is awesome.
I'm banking
like-
in on it.
He's like, I gotta be as vampiric as I can.
With
I'm
slit-
halfway to
with-
Batman.
With slit tongue.
Yeah. That's one of the best parts is that he has the slit tongue. It's just great.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm so proud of myself creating such wonderful monsters players.
With all like the magic items and stuff, it just ends up so well.
hmm
Manage infusions.
Okay,
Okay.
apparently trying to add this custom item is like breaking my entire sheet. Come on! Just
Want me to,
continue.
you want me to make it and actually add it to your sheet?
No, you're good. I'm just trying to actually add the custom item to edit, but like my entire sheet like crashed and I had to reload. Okay,
Bro,
there it is. Okay. Go on. Sorry. Ah.
Okay, you successfully bought this involving armor.
Brynhilda is going to, and with 200 gold of the 262 gold that she took from Karash's dead body, she is going to purchase the materials for a breastplate to begin manufacturing for her.
Okay.
Anything I need to do for that? I'm assuming it's 200 gold generally.
Yep.
Half, yeah, okay.
Something like
Got
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll just mark off 200 and let me know what I need to do to make that. It's just going to be a regular piece of armor, no enchantments or anything.
Yeah. So just 250 gold and you can have it.
Alrighty. Then I will just do that. Liv, you're not here. Go away.
He's dead, son. He's dead.
Baski in cat form is gonna make its way to the magic that very dwarven person that I know of. That's where Baski's going in cat form.
So, are you going to the alchemy shop?
Yep. I need to talk to a dwarf.
I want to come along.
I'm a cat, so they probably won't really expect
And-
anything.
And we're in the Underdark, and I can fly in darkness.
They
I'm
probably
keeping up.
won't- Yes. You see, cat.
I want to
Baski.
watch the chaos. The skeletons are probably trailing behind somewhere.
While snapping their fingers.
Of course.
Brynhilda is not there. She is crafting. So go ahead and do what you guys want to do. I'll watch.
The dwarf is in there. He'll just see a 3-headed black cat walk into his shop.
Just another day when you see. Just another day at the Underjars when you see a 3-headed cat followed by 4 skeletons that are snapping their fingers.
Escorting a priest wearing a breastplate.
Well, the priest is currently flying in the darkness.
Flying right in the door. Yeah, it's great.
Is there any potions that are just, decorating the wall?
Actually, there is.
Bass is gonna start jumping up to the shelves that are on the wall in cat form and just do what cats tend to do. He's pushing them off.
Well, there is a big orc lady. With
No,
a very
I'm
big,
looking
with
for the dwarven one.
well, but currently there is only the orc one at the moment. And
Let me just see this 3-headed cat come in, start pushing the potions off the shelves.
and she is grabbing a very big broom. But then you will see like the dwarf, and he is looking at you.
You just see the 3-headed black cat pushing potions off his shelves.
And you see the dwarf is taking a potion from under the desk, and he has a sinister smile.
They're gonna
You
turn
just-
back into Baski as soon as he sees the potion.
I did
Hello.
I did want to experiment with those new stuff, and he's gonna throw a potion at you.
I am standing well away from Baski, watching from a
Is
corner.
this technically a surprise attack?
No, this is an accidentally potion that you're gonna have to roll me a D100 for.
Wait,
Yes.
Oh my
he's
god.
throwing a potion at me,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
He still has to hit me with it.
Ooh.
I mean, you have the AC of a cat.
I turned back
Ooh.
into
He
Baski.
did say he turned back into Baski.
You said you were a cat and you were dropping bottles from the shop.
Okay, well, let me roll the D100 then. I keep doing exclamation mark, not slash. 7.
Ooh.
A clone of you appear.
Oh, now there's 2 angry Baskis in here.
Actually, this one doesn't really show any kind of emotion.
It's kind of dead.
Yeah. The other 2 heads are also doesn't seem to show any kind of emotion. He's just like mirroring your movement.
Baski turns back to normal Baski, looks at a potion that's nearby him, looks at the dwarf with the potion in hand. Come here.
Whoa, this is getting real.
So you're gonna have to buy that if you're gonna use it.
He's throwing the potion at the dwarf.
Are you sure about that?
Throwing attacks, I do get advantage for reckless attack.
Okay. So roll to hit.
Bonus action, rage, reckless attack this.
Oh, you're actually raging for this. Okay. Roll to hit.
Since I'm not. There's a 20 to hit him.
So you hit him, and apparently that potion was potion of enlargement.
Big dwarf.
And he's falling on the back of the library behind him, and from one of the shelf another bottle is dropping on him.
Yes.
And you can see that his veins are starting to glow with frosty, and you get frost. Like
Okay,
the veins are legit becoming ice-like. And his muscle seems to be buffing up.
This is amazing in all the right ways.
Baski's had enough of the dwarves. He was like, you know what? I said I'd be back for my revenge. You mutate me, I'll mutate you.
Literally make a dwarf a giant and gave him a potion of giant strength.
Amazing.
So while Baski and the dwarf are starting to hitting each other, the guards are starting to gather all around the shop.
Baski, like, realizing the guards. Oh, I need to get out.
God
And
damn it,
cat
Gerald
form.
in his experiment.
Baski turns into a cat and just runs.
No. You
As-
need to roll for it. You need to roll for it if you're gonna turn into a cat or not.
Hey, I have to roll at night. It's a cat form until night, then I'll have to reroll. Unless that what the enchantment did, I have to roll constantly now.
Okay, so you turn back into a cat.
And just out.
As
past
he
the
is
guard.
leaving, I would like to go up to the counter.
So I would just like to imagine this scene that the giant dwarf known as Gerald and Baski are having a go at each other, punching each other, and the vampire is just showing up at the calendar in front of the orc. Yes, how can I help you today?
I don't suppose any more of those potions are for sale.
Of course they are. If they will survive this bar fight we are currently having behind you.
I'll take two.
Two of what?
What they're having.
Oh,
Fist fight?
so, that will be 50 gold each.
I'll lay down 100 gold.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna have to make you sign this contract.
I will sign it in flourishing common.
And she's just gonna start reading the contract right after you sign it. By no means we are taking responsibility for whatever is about to happen to you after consuming this shit.
Yep,
That wasn't
nodding
them when
along.
I got them. So they just made that contract recently, probably because of Baski.
Oh. Are you drinking them?
Not yet. I'm shoving them in my backpack for later. And I am walking right out the door.
Sounds of furious crafting from down the way. Ting, ting,
Sounds
ting,
of
ting.
Baski and dwarfs screaming at each other while fist fighting too.
Oh yes.
So, after the shit show at the alchemy shop, what do you guys do?
Baski will leave 100 gold because he's not that much of an asshole before he leaves.
So,
Imagine
how
us
was
gonna
your fight?
I got my vengeance, that's all that matters.
Good for you.
Now I'm gonna go to the magic division. Or wherever magic item shop is at.
I'm gonna go find Brynhilda.
I'm gonna meet up with them as they go to the magic item shop, assuming I finish at some point.
Oh.
So, are you going as Baski or as Cat Baski?
As Cat Baski.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy or you just?
No, he's just walking into the front door.
I'm flying like 5 feet above and behind Baski, following him as he wanders through the streets of the city as a cat.
Okay.
To the magic shop, and he just walks to the front door nonchalantly.
So, a three-headed cat, a vampire, and a tiefling descending from the sky appear at the magical division, like every other day.
A vampire, a flying tiefling, and a hydra walk into a bar.
I mean, honestly, they should expect something like this every single day.
With us around.
Yeah, you are pretty much very out of the crowd. So you reach the magic division, and you can clearly see that it is a very big library and a research facility.
I'm gonna find a place to sit and chill with my skeleton.
You see the skeletons are snapping their finger like very silently because it's a library.
It's just
But
click, click, click.
yeah, but they're also picking a book to read.
Magic Division is a library. Are there a lot of here that are
Magical books, yes.
I'm
Okay.
looking for a magic item shop. That's what I thought Magic Division was.
Well, there are some items, but you know, mostly for research. This is basically like a wizard's pawn hub.
Yes, he's
Technically,
seeing there are
not
no
my
items
place.
like a ring of mind shielding for sale. He's just gonna leave.
No, no such item at the moment.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave.
Before we leave, Brynhilda's going to use Detect Magic and just look around the place and kind of geek out for a minute until someone eventually probably grabs her and pulls her out of the place.
Baski is grabbing her. He's heading over to the armory.
Well, you see exactly what you expect. A lot of armor set in pieces and, chain mails, plate mails, whatever you want.
He's looking to see if there's anything like magical shields and whatnot.
Well, they tell you that if you are interested in buying one, you can order it. And you will have that shield magically enchanted.
How much?
Well, it depends of the rarity you want to order.
Let's look at this.
Brendan, are you still in the Magic Division library with?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's probably looking around with his skeletons following him.
Does the inside of this library light up like a Christmas tree when I turn on Detect Magic? Because I imagine with all the magic coming off of stuff, like there'd be all sorts of crazy colors glowing from bookshelves and stuff, and people in here with their magic equipment would be glowing. And
It's like a disco party inside, yes.
How
Brynhilda.
much for a rare item? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That would cost you 2,000 gold.
How much for an uncommon one?
1,000. You basically can order any kind of armor you wanted enchanted. That
Specifically looking for a shield.
Well, that's depend what kind of enchantment you wanted to have.
I want something that can make me more slippery and hard to hit while wielding it. A shield that would give me an increased dex. Because I only have 13 right now.
Well, I don't know about that. Well, we're gonna have to get back to you on that.
Alright, let me know. Wait, how? You know what? Now come back eventually, see if you can.
Can I roll an Arcana check to have Brynhilda know what color of Detect Magic something gives off when it is of the enchantment school of magic? In any case, she's trying to figure out if she can find a book on how to enchant things.
Yeah, she doesn't really understand the difference between the colors.
So she's going to go up to the front desk and ask, do you have anything on how to enchant weapons or armor?
Well, of course we do.
Oh, can I see it?
Sure, it will be the book right at the left corner at section A.
And she's going to head over there and find the book and try and start leafing through it, see if it's of any value.
Well, roll me an Arcana check.
Oh my goodness, it's a natural one. Now, if I didn't, you know what? Whatever.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, are you sure about that?
Well, if I use a flash of genius, I can get it up to 14, but that's the best I can do at this point. I know that ability checks don't auto fail. It's whatever the raw number is. So I guess I'll do that to get at least a 14.
So, you think you have discovered how to enchant a weapon? Basically, enchant anything. Basically, the method works like this. You take a scroll and you spend spell slots into that scroll. Eventually, when you reach a certain bar, the scroll become magical and you can basically enchant a weapon. Well, not a weapon, an item.
And
The
that will.
higher the
Oh, sorry,
higher
go
the
ahead.
rarity you want to reach, the more spell slots you're gonna have to invest in.
Gotcha. What's the time that it takes to invest a spell slot? So, for instance, let's say I'm doing like a level 1 spell, like I just want to put shield on something.
Okay, imagine you have like a 100% bar.
Mm-hmm.
So first level is 1%. Second level is 2%. 3 is 3%, you know?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, I gotcha. That makes sense.
It's supposed to be like an overtime effort.
That totally makes sense. All right, I can math that out. Got it. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, so Bryn will buy that book then, if it's purchasable. Otherwise, if I'm just reading it and learning how to do stuff, then I will be very happy and put it back when I'm done.
Oh, okay. So, other than that, does anybody's doing anything?
Baski's just sitting by the crystal lake now.
I would like to walk outside and drink a potion.
Okay. Roll me a D100 then.
Oh, I'll head outside with Brendan, and then as he's drinking the potion, go, wait, what? Because I've seen those before.
48.
Can you please describe how your character looks like?
Well, especially since his recent evolution to vampirism, he's very pale, generally keeps the hood of his priest robes, which he wears over his armor, up. He has blonde hair that spills out of it a little bit. It's kind of shoulder length, not super well kept, but he takes care of it. Not very built. He's not super skinny, but he's definitely a little skinnier than average. Pretty average height.
What is your favorite color?
What is his favorite color?
Oh, by the way,
Gold.
you have white eyes, if I remember correctly.
Hazel.
Hazel eyes, yes.
Hmm. His favorite
Gold.
color is gold.
You feel a burning sensation on your chest as you
Mm-hmm.
feel a golden tattoo starts to appear.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it takes a form of a dragon's head.
Uh-huh.
And let me just making sure what this item do. You basically gain a magic tattoo. I'm just figuring out the small details.
Mm-hmm.
Ta, 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 ta. Oh, let me look at this one. Okay. So you gain just reading this. Okay, you gain this magical tattoo. And I'm gonna post it at the chat.
Oh boy. Oh.
Wow, you're functionally a half orc with necro.
Yeah, I basically just have Death Ward on me. Which is the same thing as the half orc. And holy crap, that's good! Especially for fighting the undead!
And on top of that, now you won't go down immediately.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get to take a I get to take a semi-lethal blow.
You and your
Yeah.
28 HP.
Yeah, I
Excellent.
was looking at the tattoos and I was thinking, what could actually help him? And yeah, this was the one. Especially the part that looks like a snake eating its own tail.
Yep. It all just keeps clicking into place more and more.
Man,
Alright.
y'all got all this good stuff. I got 3 heads that fight with each other.
I got a snake tongue and now I always have to speak like this.
Imagine.
I mean, pretty sure I gave you a bonus attack that actually do a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
I know. I'm like making in character joke. Because Baski hates the heads in character. Out of character, they're amazing.
Oh, hello, Bryn. What do you need?
Oh, nothing. I was just reading books.
Mhm.
Is that Baski over there?
Baski, it looks like he's just sitting out staring into the water.
I do believe it is.
What's he doing?
Are you eavesdropping?
I'm not sure.
It looks like he's looking at the water or something. Hey, Baski, what are you doing?
He kind of jumps when you say his name. What? What do you want?
What? No, I was just wondering what you were up to. You looked all peaceful over here.
Which is rare.
I mean, yeah.
I was praying to my goddess, that is all.
Oh, who's your goddess again?
Tiamat.
Oh, right. The dragon one, right? That one lady also prays to her. I
You
don't
see
know that
one,
much about.
you see one head says, she has 5 heads. And the said head is like, we have inferiority complex.
Oh, that's okay. Most creatures don't have more than one. You're ahead of most of us.
Baski's closing the quiet one's, like the sad one's mouth shut. Shut up, you.
And the other head is more jelly. He's like telling you, don't worry, Baski. If you work hard enough, more heads will grow.
I don't want that. You two are annoying as is.
Wait,
I
but can't you
mean-
like push them into your body and stuff?
No, they keep coming back out. I can't control it.
Maybe if you get more powerful, more heads will come.
I'd rather have.
There's always room. You
Don't
have
get the other
angry, sad, and happy. There's always room for anguish, panic, depression.
This one
There's
is
many more
depression.
emotions.
Baski, how many emotions do you feel on a regular basis?
4.
Oh, he's gonna have 4 other heads.
As soon as you say 4 other heads, Baski jumps into the water.
While Baski jumps into the water, you can hear Baski can hear inside of his voice. Baski, this is your conscience speaking.
I'm my fuck if it's another head.
The head of conscience.
What about the head of indifference? Just pure, unbridled apathy.
Joe, that can also work. But you know what? We can actually grow heads, but they will not grow up like normal heads. They will like random faces start to appear on his body.
Ooh. What about the head of fear?
Mini heads.
Anyway, I'm gonna drink that second potion.
Roll me a D100.
Why not?
Wait, Brendan, what? You just.
With every roll of the dice, I worship the god.
What? Wait, who do you worship, Brendan?
Oof. I'm gonna need to ask you to roll me another D100.
Oh, is it that bad?
You
Could
die.
be.
You instantly die. You turn into a slug that then dies.
Ooh.
63 is probably a good thing. At least middling
You-
good.
You seems to be having like, I'm gonna say like a shamanistic shock as your spirit leaves your body and
Brendan!
Third person mode unlocked.
and you see and you see the face of your god staring directly at you.
Oh. Is it just like King Dice from Cuphead? If anybody's ever seen that.
His theme is playing.
So
Okay.
he looks at you, Brendan.
This
It has
is.
been a while.
I suppose it has.
I see you have made some changes.
I have fangs and a snake tongue.
And the eyes, don't
Yes.
forget the eyes.
Oh, I have snake eyes too.
You have hazel snake eyes.
Oh.
And you see the god, your god, is currently seems to be very interested at Vasculara's moves he is making. And he is whispering to you the actions that you have done at Brightwater echoes through the entire continent.
What did I do there?
Oh, not just you, the rest of your companion. You see, a war is brewing, and you just lighted a spark.
It's not like I touch the surface much anymore.
Oh, it's not about you touching the surface. It's more of the consequences for the rest of the world that will have to suffer for it. Because you see, the emperor and the king of the mountain shall clash in the future. And you just started the chain of events that will lead to it. I'm feeling very good. You should start gamble who will win in this war.
I like to place my bets late when I've seen what influences them.
I give you a hint. Either way, it will be tragic.
I am well aware.
I I look forward to the events unfolding, and your soul comes back to your body, snaps back to reality. Oops, I go gravity.
He just starts
Brynhilda
floating up.
Yeah, I'm gonna bolt upright immediately.
You're in Brynhilda's arms, and she's like trying to shake you awake as you wake up.
You might have gotten headbutted.
Ow, but
Yeah.
Brendan, you're okay. You like flopped over after drinking your little drinky thing.
Yes, perhaps I should lessen the content and go for something lighter.
I was
Beer,
just
ale.
asking you who you worship, and you drank your thing and said a thing about dice and something.
Oh, by the way, uh, make me a perception check, Brendan. You suddenly feel there is something in your pocket that wasn't there before.
I will check that later. Okay. Ask your questions. Ugh.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yes. Conscious, at least.
Well, I mean, I can see that. Okay, I was just asking you. You're like a priest and all. What god do you worship? I don't really know that much about gods or whatever. I know the dwarves talk about Duman a lot, but uh, who who do you pray to?
I serve Lady Astria.
And who's that?
The goddess of life.
Brynhilda, make me an insight check.
Now one.
Yep. And well, I mean, like, what does she do?
The commandments fall primarily upon caring for others and, well, keeping them alive. Girl, I prioritize the healing aspects of my magics.
Don't most most of you clericy healy folk pray to gods? Don't you hate undead? You you were really quick to summon those skeletons. Is that like a Lady Estrella thing?
Not exactly, but it's something I had actually had available to me for a while. It was not. I did not use it immediately,
Oh wow.
and I thought it was useful to have the extra bodies available.
I can see how that would be. Oh,
I'd rather use something bad to serve the good than to let it rot.
I mean, yeah, we're all about recasting, old stolen weapons that may have been used for bad things into things that can be useful for the clan, so that makes a lot of sense.
That is for him twisting his ideas a little bit there.
More than happy to see.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, something with
Yeah.
that explanation seems funky.
Yeah.
I had an idea. I remember something that I got earlier. And she's rifling through her bag, and she pulls out 3 large books, one of which has a little bit of vomit staining on it. I took these from Blackskull. They're about like, I don't know, how to make dead things be alive again and stuff. Maybe you can use them better than me. I don't know.
I'll take a look. I'm no expert on necromancy. At best, I'm an amateur.
Well, you just got 3 books written by our faction's foremost leading expert on it. So
Yeah,
I
I did.
I will remove Tome of Necromantic Lore 1 2 from my inventory since you have them now.
Home of necromantic lore. What?
Volume 1, 2, and 3. Those are just art because I
1
found
through 3.
Yep.
Add. Okay. I believe you had another question. Yes.
Well, what does Lady Estrella have to do with rolling dice and drinking potions that make you mutate?
That has nothing to do with the lady.
Oh, well, you said it was a thing of worship.
The dice are a personal thing. A personal belief about fate. Not to do with gods or goddesses. Every roll of the dice has the chance to change everything. You never know what's going to happen or when it could change drastically. It's generally a bit of a belief that anything can happen at any time, and fate can always change. But it is possible to influence it as well. Just take your bets carefully. Gods, I'm not sure if I need more to drink or significantly less.
Make a deception check.
For what exactly? I will ask.
Well, are you trying to make it like the whole dice thing is like your own personality trait and not part of your ritual?
Yeah, okay, I see where there's a little bit of deception there. That is very much kind of his personal truth. He has a little bit of belief there. It's not just, oh hey, this god likes drinking and gambling and I'm a bad person, that fits. He does believe some things there. I was kind of thinking of it as avoiding that part of it. But if you'd like me to roll, I will.
Sure. I mean, roll with advantage.
Okay. I cannot see the chat at the moment. Connection. Oh my god. Give me a moment to reload the page. It's being stupid.
I'm
Can I
excited
still be
to see
heard?
what you roll.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Ba-ba-ba.
I'll just roll it in Discord so we can get the roll out.
Discord says
Dice rolls. Roll 2d20. A 17. And that's plus 5, so 22.
Well, seems pretty believable.
can't beat it. Seems fine. Well, as long as you're okay, you went out like a light there. It was very, very scary. I don't. Baski, are you floating on the
You have
surface?
No, he's swimming
idea.
way down. He's trying to get to the bottom.
I don't even know where Baski is. He just jumped in the water and.
Of course he did.
He's
And
been
that
under the
lizard
entire time, I would
totally
add.
stay around.
It's just. This is really hard, and everyone keeps leaving or dying.
I try my best to prevent it, but there's only so much I can do, and I can't prevent anything along the lines of leaving. So much to do, so little time, so little resources.
What do you need to do? other than what the prince tells us to do?
I'm the primary one that tries to keep everyone alive. When I slip up, one of you goes down.
Bryn smiles and puts her hand on Brendan's shoulder. Don't worry, old man. I keep you alive.
And I thank you for it.
Do we go and look for Baski underwater?
I'm wearing a breastplate, heavy robes, and am not a very good swimmer. I don't believe I will be of much help.
Brynhilda's going to look for a rock nearby, and she's going to put one of her small artificer infusions on it and make it put up 5 radius of light, or 5 foot radius of light. She's going to toss it into the crystal lake where she thinks she saw Baski disappear.
Brendan is just going to look down into it and look for him.
She's going to do that one time, another time, a third time, and a fourth time. And then with the 5th one, she's going to take it and record a 6-second message with it for the 5th one. And she's just going to yell, Baski! And so that it will pulse yelling Baski in the water every once in a while. So now there's 4 blinking lights at the bottom of the lake and a message
How
that yells
deep
Baski.
is the lake? Because Baski was swimming all the way down.
I mean, they're rocks, so they'll sink down to the bottom and then give off light.
No, yeah, I mean in general. How deep
now.
is the lake?
Well, I'm gonna say it's like 50 feet.
Oh, so he was down there in about 1 second. And he's just down there trying to get all the voices just to stop. He doesn't want to hear the sad one, doesn't want to hear the happy one, doesn't want to hear all the other heads that are appearing on his body. He just wants it all to be quiet.
Well,
Can I see him in the lake with my perception check, or is it like too murky?
I'm just gonna say the 2 heads do continue to tuck underwater, and all you see are bubbles.
Baski can breathe underwater because that was his short rest ability, was the change from climbing to swimming and water breathing. So he's gonna be down there for a while until there's just no more voices, because he's basically having a micro panic attack because of them.
That's what it seems like.
He is overwhelmed.
Oh wow. I really don't want to do this, but you're starting to feel something growing.
Did the lizard ever mention he was aquatic?
No.
Where he feels something growing, he's gonna transform his hand into just a very sharp claw, not raging.
Can you
I'm
see
using
him
the
down there?
bonus
Well-
action thing. He's gonna rip off whatever he feels is growing.
Something growing on your chest.
He's ripping it off. He
You're
doesn't care if
starting-
it's digging through his flesh, he's pulling it out.
I mean, it's another face.
That face is being ripped off.
It's regenerating.
It's what?
It's
Regenerating.
regenerating.
And it's gonna keep getting torn off.
There is blood in the water, guys.
Oh no.
I can't see him. What do we do? What do we do?
Can I see Baski down there at
Yeah,
all?
yes, you can see it.
Can I tell what he's doing?
Apparently inflicting wounds on himself.
He's hurting himself.
Why?
I
Well,
don't
this-
know. And I am going to give him a healing word if he's within 60 feet. Is he close enough? He's probably too far out, isn't he?
Swam down and out.
It's too far out.
This has turned dark.
Yeah, this got bad fast.
He was already having a bad day, and the face just made it worse.
Brynhilda is going to, let's see, what spells do I have and how do I want to do this?
Well,
I don't have that up. Shit.
you hear a voice in your head. My dear boy Baski, do I need to use the collar again?
There's Baski is just in his head, just saying "shut up, shut up, shut up" over and over again. He hates all the voices in his head that's going off right now.
Oh, there is just one voice currently in your head, and that's Vascularo.
Once that one voice is there, Baski calms down. Just like this heavy breathing. Well, he can't really breathe, he's underwater. There's like no more of him hurting himself. It's just quiet. No. Just. I'm tired of the voices.
Well, if you're so tired of them, then how about I will assist you a bit? The heads will grow only when you rage.
And that's quite often with me.
Well, that's kind of your problem. But hey, at least I'm offering some assistance. At least you can have quiet nights.
There's a catch, isn't there?
Of course there is a catch.
There's always a catch with you.
But don't worry, this time it's not that big of a deal.
What is it?
You're gonna have to be in your cat form more often.
Fine. I'm
Then we have a deal.
I'm guessing the main heads disappear, like the other two kind of vanish once he agrees to the terms.
Yep. And what you feel on your chest also disappear.
He's gonna swim back up.
You're gonna as you turn around and start to swim back up, see that Brynhilda is way down, swimming as fast as she can to get to you. And as you turn around, and it's like
Baski's gonna basically, since Baski swims really quickly, just grab Brynhilda while swimming up.
Baski, why are you underwater? Are you okay? Where are your heads?
They're gone.
I-
For now, at least.
Yeah.
I need to deal with the boss. That's all you need to know.
Did you have to go to the bottom of the lake to do that?
Personal choices.
Or tear out your own chest?
Which I like start trying to talk to him. He's just walking away now.
Okay.
Brynhilda's just wet, sitting on the ground like, what?
I am confused as well. Suppose we should follow.
Brynhilda's gonna side-eye Brendan real quick and say, you know what? I think I'm gonna go be at the forge. I'll see you later, Brendan.
Alright.
So eyes away.
Now, where is the bar?
Oh, it's in the tavern.
Brendan wasn't gonna follow Baski, but he was gonna look for that too.
Yeah, where is the tavern?
Oh.
I'm blind.
The tavern is just south of the Magic Division in Crystal Lake. It's where we're saving or
Hey,
staying.
it's where my copy is because I couldn't find my token originally.
Yeah.
By the way, Brendan, do you check your pocket?
Yes, I will do that as soon as I'm alone. Oh my god.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yes! That's so cool. The moment I check it, I'm gonna flip it as I walk.
Okay, so roll me a D20.
D20. I figured it would just be a D2, flip a coin.
It says even number, odd number, d20, and a coin
Oh, is that
result
what
is the
it
same.
is?
It's effectively the same.
Oh, I see. Okay. D20. Oh,
Wow, that's an even number, gold side. So you get
that is
advantage with your
that is
natural 20.
that is a very even number.
I'm gonna say you get a crit.
I just get an
Because,
automatic crit the next thing I roll.
I mean, you have advantage on your next ability check and attack or saving throw, so if you're attacking, you have a crit because it's a net 20.
With
All
that
right.
vampiric armor you have on, my friend.
Ooh, you right, you right.
But you're gonna
And you use
have
the inflict wounds
you
thing.
get to use it only next session. If you don't use it, then it's gone.
Yeah, it ends at the end of the day. It changes each day.
Yeah, but
So
because
I have to
we
use
are
it today.
nearing the end, I'm not going just gonna say it's only for one session. But hey, session's
Oh
over.
yeah.
It's gone now.
It's in-game day is what it is. The
Yeah,
coin specifies the effects end after a day.
I've found that sometimes in-game days can be many sessions, so
Mm-hmm.
that'll happen.
And sometimes what in-game days can be many per session.
That's true. Let's see. So, what would we like to do at this point? Y'all are heading to the tavern.
Baski's getting drunk.
Baski's getting drunk. Very good. Let's see. I'm going to finish making this sword weapon so that I can have it in my inventory.
So I'm gonna say that we finished the session.
Sounds
Uh,
good.
but I'm gonna say this,
Mhm.
Baski,
Yo.
you having a very peaceful dream. However, it turns into a bit of a nightmare as you think you look at your reflection, but you see there is something very wrong at that reflection.
He's gonna punch whatever mirror he's looking at.
I'm just looking for the right art for this. So, remember when I said there is something growing on your chest?
Yep.
So, I want you to look at this image and imagine that this thing or something similar to this is growing on your chest. Yeah, that's the right one. Copy paste. And I'm gonna post it at the general chat of the tavern of the
The table.
the table.
Mm. bone face.
Also, the shoulder pads are really fitting.
Yep.
Those are some pretty hardcore shoulder pads.
So imagine you have a head that is going on your chest like the picture in the image, but it's Hydra. Has the cosmetic of Hydra head.
Alright.
It's gotta be real uncomfortable with like that lizard snout. Just sticking out.
But you wake up and your chest seems to be normal.
Vaskin, like a cold sweat, looks around. What the hell? He's gonna basically get out of bed and probably just walk for a bit. Nothing in particular, just walking around.
I can't wait to introduce the fourth head.
This joke has become a good character flaw, and I love it.
So this is when we're gonna end the session.
Okay.
Gotcha. Let me hit end there.
All right.